I don't know. I always say this, and I say the stage is my playground because I feel like a kid on stage. If anybody's ever seen me perform, I'm moving around a lot. I'm jumping around. I'm excited, and as the concert gets longer in the set, I just want to like do more. I want to find different ways to play on stage and to play back and forth with the audience and with people that come and view the show. But like I love being on stage. It makes me feel like I'm floating. Sometimes I think I even feel like a different person. I feel like I transform. Also, music is very therapeutic. Music helps, I guess, cope with emotions, especially anybody, I think, going through like mental health problems, which is kind of more of a thing with the pandemic. The pandemic kind of exposed some of our weaknesses when it came to musicians. You know, like me, I never struggled with mental health. I never struggled with anything like that, but I had moments of like, man, am I depressed? Why do I feel like this? I don't know this feeling. So music was that one thing that was very therapeutic outside of therapy that helped me get over that hump. Besides an instrument, what else is my saxophone to me? She's my lover. Oh, she's there for me when I need her. I can always depend on her. And even when I get frustrated with playing with her, I just walk away from her for a second and I come back and just give her a little bit more love. But I think with the relationship, even still, like with my instrument, it feels like it helps me tap into a whole other space, and it's more of an out-of-body experience. I literally feel like I'm being lifted out and watching myself play a lot of times, and the way like the horn responds like to me. If you think about it, I'm taking what's inside of me, coming through the horn, and then out the bell. You know, so all of that is basically it's an extension of me. It's another limb. If I'm playing, the music goes through, starts here, comes out, goes through, and then you guys receive it. But then at the same time, I'm feeling like the resignation from the horn. So it just feels like, I don't know, my whole body vibrates. And that just takes me to like a whole other different place. The walk of going from the dressing room to the stage would almost be like NBA players getting ready to go out for like a game. It's that warm up, it's that mindset. I'm literally in the back getting my mindset ready, getting into that zen, that place where I'm like, all right, let's go, let's get ready, let's do this, you know. But I'm also nervous at the same time. And most people will probably not believe me in this, but every single performance I have, before the performance, I'm nervous. I got butterflies. I'm like, oh my gosh, hope I do well. And that's just always kind of been the thing. I don't know why, but I think I'm thankful to still have that feeling and emotion, because I think it means that I still love it. And I think it means that I still have a yearning desire to be better, getting your mental ready for game time. Let's go out, let's do this. I love that moment of just like, all right, it's almost showtime. We hit it, we go out, let's do it.
How you doing, Durham, North Carolina? Do my thing for y'all. Clap the hands right to the turn the track up, Mark.
How does the crowd affect my performance? That plays a huge factor, I think, with any musician, any artist, only because we feed off the energy of the people. So if you're coming to a show and people are just sitting there, but they're not giving me any energy, I try to look at something on the person's body to indicate that they're enjoying it. And a lot of times what happens is people, they may not respond vocally, they may not clap their hands, but you got to look for that finger tap, or you got to look for that foot tap. Because if you get that going, you have them musically with that. You grab them and they're just absorbing everything that you're giving them, and then it comes back in return. So it's like it's an energy back and forth, bouncing like reciprocity. But more than anything, like most audiences that give energy to the stage, the screams, the claps, the random woo, you know, all of that helps, you know, make the show like amazing, because it feeds us as musicians to let us know, and it's an indication that, you know, you guys are enjoying the music. And even not, like, I'm still gonna enjoy myself, but when you give me that little bit of extra fuel, if I'm on a quarter tank of gas and you just filled me up with that woo, then I'm ready. That's what it's like to really have the audience like engaging like that. The Marcus Anderson Jazz and Coffee Escape is an event we do every August in Asheville. And I had the vision for this for years. And I remember being on the Dave Koz cruise and walking into my room after an event. And I think it was after I did my morning coffee class, and the window or the door was open to the balcony, and my brother was on the ship and the cruise with us. And I just said, I'm gonna do my own festival. And it just felt right. It's like I walked into the room, I saw the ocean, and it was very calm, it was very peaceful. And I just heard a voice say, it's time. So I started planning that back in 2018. 2019, we had our first festival in Asheville. The vision of it was to combine my coffee brand with my musical experiences that I have on the road. I have a ton of friends, a ton of musicians that play music, but I love coffee and I love music and I love my friends. So I thought of combining the whole coffee drinking experience and music together, because no one had ever done a jazz and coffee festival. And I was just like, well, man, it just seems like the right thing to do. So this is the third one. Last year, the pandemic hit, changed it a little bit. We did it virtually, but it was still a success, because we had a lot of great musicians and friends on there. Virtual festival, and that was MAJACE 2020. Now we're in 2021, going back to Asheville to make this thing happen. So right when and right before the pandemic hit, the team and I, we always go to Asheville to do a site visit, to kind of check out different places, to where we can take people that come to Asheville, let them know where to go. We talk to the venue, we try to figure out better ways to get traffic in and out of the building. You know, this is like my first festival, and last year was going to be my second. March rolls around, and then everything shuts down. And like most people and most musicians, we're not thinking it's going to last that long. You know, we just did a site visit. We're getting ready for Asheville. We're getting ready for August. I got this tour, this long tour leading up to that I'm going to be ready for. We got this awesome lineup. We're not thinking about this stuff. And then the pandemic just shuts everything down. And that was very traumatic, you know, for me, for musicians, for me as not just a musician and an artist now, but like I'm a coffee shop owner, I'm an artist, and I'm a festival promoter. And like now my whole world is just like getting shut down. At first it was very scary, but at the same time, I'm very thankful for that because it allowed me and I think some of my friends to kind of like slow down and stop and smell the roses, what my friend Will Shares always says. You gotta stop and smell the roses, Marcus. Work too hard. So as bad and traumatic as the pandemic was in that year, in 2020, to just like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Like it was very needed in one sense. When it comes to people that work hard and needed to settle into more of a personal life, you know, with family, friends, focus in on other things and prioritize a little bit better. I'm very thankful for, you know, the year. I always try to look at the silver lining and find the silver lining when it comes to a lot of things that may happen. Even though there's things happening that we don't like, but where's the positive in this? Where do we find? The pandemic was the pandemic. It did what it did. Now we're coming out of it and we're getting ready to go back to Asheville the first weekend in August. It's a Friday and Saturday event. We got great friends coming. We got great musicians. You know, got CeeLo coming in as my special guest. I'm very excited about that. And it's going to be a great jump start back into what we do best, and that's create music for you guys. I'll see you this August 6th and 7th in Asheville for the Marcus Anderson Jazz and Coffee Escape. Also, we call it MAJACE. Go to our website at majace.net or download the Marcus Anderson app on your Apple and Google Android devices. I'll see you guys this August.
I'm looking forward to Marcus Anderson's Jazz and Coffee, anticipating and excited about the music.
So we are pretty excited. We got CeeLo coming.
I heard it.
What am I looking forward to at the Escape? Just seeing your faces. I am so excited. This show was postponed once, so I was excited to see you in 2020, but now I'm even more excited to see you in 2021.
I'm looking forward to seeing all of you at Marcus Anderson's Jazz and Coffee event. And we can actually be in the same room together at the same time without our masks and even hug and shake hands. How's that sound? So we'll see you there.
It's going to be great getting back to some type of normalcy and attending the Jazz and Coffee Escape with our smooth jazz friends sitting right beside us.
And I'm extremely excited to see Marcus Anderson. He has been one of my favorites for a long time now. And so I hope everyone has so much fun at the festival. Stay safe, stay happy, and have a great time.
So I hope everybody has their tickets. If you don't, everybody needs to get their tickets and meet me at the Jazz and Coffee Escape first weekend of August.